Everything you are or ever will be is a result of what is going on inside your mind. This is the most awesome concept that I've ever discovered, that anybody has ever discovered. That you can dramatically change the outer realities of your life by changing your inner attitudes of mind. Your beliefs do become your realities, that you actually see the world in terms of what you believe to be true about it. Beliefs create the actual fact. As a man thinketh in his heart, so are they. We also know your outer world will always correspond with your inner world. That means that there is something in your inner world that corresponds to everything in your outer world. Everything in your outer life has a mental equivalent in your inner life. Anything that you want to see different in your outer life, you must first provide the mental equivalent internally. And the law of attraction says that anything that you keep holding your mind on a continuing basis, you draw to you. That your dominant thoughts set up a force field of energy that draws into your life the people and circumstances that you need. Everything that happens in your life is a reflection of what's happening inside you. The people you meet, the opportunities you get, even the problems you face are mirrors showing you what you believe. If you think you're unlucky, you'll keep finding proof that you are. If you think you're chosen, life will start treating you that way. Your outer world doesn't argue with you. It simply agrees with your inner story. So if you want to change your reality, don't fight the world out there. Rewrite the one in here. Think better thoughts, feel better feelings, and hold them like you already lived that life. Because the moment you stop trying to force change and instead become the person who already has it, the world quietly shifts to match you.
Your energy teaches the world how to treat you. If you carry doubt, you'll attract people who make you question yourself. If you walk in confidence, you'll attract people who respect you without reason. Life mirrors the signal you send. It doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you truly believe you deserve. That's why change never starts outside of you. It begins with a quiet decision to raise your standard for what you'll accept. The moment you decide you're done chasing, life starts meeting you halfway. The moment you decide you're worthy, everything around you begins to shift. Because you never get what you're asking for. You get what you're ready for.
You do not believe what you see what you believe. Whatever has been impressed on your mind as a fact, or as a truth, or as a reality, will then be expressed in your reality, or expressed in your world, because that is what you will see. If you believe that a certain type of people are good, then you will see goodness in those people. If you believe that members of a particular political party are fools, then all members of that political party will appear foolish to you, even the wisest and most intelligent. If you believe that there is opportunity everywhere, you will see opportunity everywhere. If you believe that you're in complete control of your own destiny, then you will see indications of that. If you believe that you are a popular, courageous, confident, influential person, then you will act in a manner consistent with it, and you will see it all around you. You see the world through your self-concept. You actually see your concept of the world. I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. If you will do this, if you will say before you go to sleep, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. And if you'll say when you get up in the morning, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And try this today. It's a very powerful exercise. It sounds a little bit corny, but it's a very powerful exercise. If you'll try it, you'll find that when you go to sleep, you will not be able to think of all the wonderful things that happen to you. You'll just be surprised that your parking spaces will open up and friends will call and you'll get checks in the mail. Just your life will be a series of really positive, happy experiences. So always expect the best. I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today, and by the inexorability of a law of nature, it's going to happen to you. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. The more you say, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself, the more you repeat that over and over again, the more your self-esteem goes up. The more your self-esteem goes up, the more your overall self-concept goes up. When your overall self-concept goes up, you perform better at everything else that you attempt. That every single time you say, I like myself, 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 it's like pumping yourself up psychologically. Everything that happens that causes your self-esteem to go up causes you to perform better. Everything that happens that causes your self-esteem to go down causes you to perform worse, make more mistakes, be unhappier, and so on. Every single school of psychology today is coming to agreement on the fact that how much you genuinely like and accept yourself as a valuable and worthwhile human being has an effect on everything that happens to you.
Everything in your life begins with what you expect. When you expect good things, you start noticing them. You see chances where others see obstacles. You attract people who move you forward. You open doors that were always there, just waiting for you to believe. Expectation is quiet energy. It's your way of telling life what you're ready for. When you expect growth, you find the lessons that make you stronger. When you expect abundance, you start matching the energy of having enough. When you expect love, you move through the world like you already deserve it. Life responds to the standard you set within yourself. So hold high expectations, because when you truly believe that good things are on their way, they find their way to you faster than you ever imagined. Nothing in your life can permanently change until you change the way you see yourself. You can't consistently act in a way that's out of alignment with your self-image. That's why real change never starts with effort. It starts with identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you'll find proof of that everywhere. If you see yourself as someone capable and confident, you'll naturally behave in ways that confirm it. Your subconscious mind always works to make your reality match your self-concept. It listens not to what you say, but to what you believe about yourself when you're quiet. That's why lasting transformation doesn't come from forcing new habits. It comes from deciding, this is who I am now. When you choose a new identity, your behavior follows. Opportunities appear. People treat you differently, and success starts to feel normal. Because the world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you've decided to become.
Have you noticed how your life starts to match the thoughts you repeat the most? Your mind doesn't choose your direction on its own. It follows the pictures, ideas, and expectations you give it every day. Whatever you focus on becomes the path your mind prepares you for. If you keep thinking about what might go wrong, you'll feel tense, cautious, and unsure, and you'll start acting like problems are around every corner. But if you think about what could go right, your mind becomes calmer, clearer, and starts noticing chances you used to ignore. So choose your focus on purpose. Hold thoughts that match where you want to go. Picture the outcome you want and let your mind work with you instead of against you. Small changes in your thinking today create big changes in your life tomorrow. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you prepare your mind for. Wanting something doesn't change much. Everyone wants more. But your mind only moves toward what it believes is possible. Here's the crazy part. Your mind follows your strongest thoughts, not your biggest wishes. If you think from fear, you'll act from fear. If you expect things to fail, you'll spot every reason they might. But the moment you start preparing your mind for things to go right, everything shifts. You think faster. You feel clearer. You start noticing chances you used to walk right past, because now your mind is looking for them. It's expecting them. And what you expect is what you move toward. The life you want starts with controlling the thoughts you repeat. You may not notice it, but your mind copies whatever you think the most. Repeat worry, you move like someone who expects problems. Repeat doubt, you act like someone who's not ready. But repeat thoughts of strength, clarity, and possibility, and your whole energy changes. You start making choices the future you would make. You see opportunities the old you would have missed. So choose better thoughts on purpose. Repeat the ones that match the life you want, not the life you're trying to grow out of. Because once your thoughts shift, your life has no choice but to follow. You don't get what you want, you get who you are willing to become. Wanting something is easy. Anyone can want a better life. But your results don't come from wanting. They come from the identity you choose to step into. Everyone wants more money, more opportunities. But wanting doesn't change anything. Becoming does. When you start thinking like the version of you who already has the life you want, everything changes fast. Your mind sharpens, your energy rises. So don't ask, what do I want? Ask, who am I becoming today? Because the moment you think, act, and choose like the person your future requires, your reality rushes to catch up. Nothing improves until your expectations do. Your expectations set the tone for everything. If you expect setbacks, you'll move like someone waiting to lose. If you expect nothing to change, nothing will. But the second you raise your expectations, your whole mindset shifts. People with high expectations operate differently. They assume progress. They assume solutions. They assume better is possible. And that assumption changes their results. So raise your expectations, even slightly. Expect things to go your way. Expect doors to open. Because when your expectations rise, your energy rises, and your life responds to that shift almost immediately. You attract what you expect, not what you hope for. Hoping feels good, but it doesn't shift your life. Expectation does. Your mind responds to what you believe will happen, not what you quietly wish for. You've probably seen this before. The days you expect a good outcome, things fall into place faster. People respond better. Your confidence feels lighter. That's not luck. That's expectation guiding your reality. So raise your expectations. Expect progress. Expect openings. Expect the right things to come your way. Because you don't attract what you hope for, you attract what you confidently expect. The results you get always match the expectations you repeat. If you expect things to go wrong, you start acting like someone who's already losing. You hold back, you play it safe. But when you expect things to go right, your entire energy shifts. You speak with more confidence. You notice opportunities you would have walked past before, all because your mind is now looking for them. This isn't luck, it's how your brain works. It builds your behavior around the outcomes you expect. So raise your expectations. Repeat the ones that lift you. Repeat the ones that match the life you want. Because the results you get will always rise to the expectations you choose.